There are 3 stages to all relationships, and over 90% of all relationships will fail during stage 2. And if you're watching this, you're probably in stage 2 right now, or it's coming for you soon. Stage 1 is what we call the honeymoon stage. We all know what this is. It's probably the most fun and exciting part of the relationship. This is where you guys are learning about each other for the first time. You're having lots of fun dates, lots of sex, lots of laughs, but you're also only really sharing the neatly filtered parts of yourselves. It doesn't mean this is completely fake, it's just massively distorted, where you're only sharing the socially acceptable parts of yourselves that you learn to use to get attention, love, self-worth, and so on. But like all honeymoons, it does fade. And no, it's not because you're not romantic anymore. Keep watching, because stage 2 of the relationship is where it gets brutally real and you begin to trigger each other. This is where all your unresolved childhood traumas get pulled up to the surface. This stage of the relationship particularly kicks in strong after real commitment has been made to each other. That can look like getting married, or living together, or being together for 6+ months. It's also what I call the relationship loop of doom. So how this loop of doom starts is maybe one partner gets triggered first. Let's say it's this guy. And let's say he is feeling unworthy, unsafe, and maybe feeling guilty or ashamed. Whatever these triggers are, it could be with work, maybe he's stressed out and scared. Whatever that is, it causes him to do these behavior patterns, these coping behavior patterns. And that might look like shutting down, stonewalling. It might look like distracting himself. It might look like avoiding pain and pulling away. Either way, this is his way of coping with his triggers, right? But as he does this, this perfectly triggers his partner, where now his partner is feeling alone, feeling unseen, feeling unheard. As this partner is feeling these pains, she is going to do these coping behaviors. Maybe start to criticize, project emotion, get controlling and manipulative, basically expressing loud emotions to try to get connected again. Remember, this is all learned from childhood. So as she starts to do all these behavior patterns, it will perfectly trigger this person's wounds even more. And as he's feeling these triggers more, he will do these behaviors more. The shutting down, the distracting, the avoiding, right? And as this person, these behaviors to try to deal with these uncomfortable emotions as a result of their partner's behaviors, this will then trigger their partner's wounds even more. And then the more that this person gets triggered, the more they're going to do more of these behaviors. And the more they do these behaviors, the more it's going to trigger this person. So it's literally an infinite loop of doom. Where one person, in their attempt to feel safe and relax and soothe the triggers, these behavior patterns, which are learned from childhood, it perfectly triggers the other person's wounds. And then they do behavior patterns that trigger the other person's wounds. And like the very thing that they're both trying to do to feel loved, to feel safe, has the opposite effect of triggering the other partner to do more of the behaviors to push them deeper into this downward spiral, right? It's just the loop of doom. It's very, very challenging. And very, very few relationships make it past this loop of doom. And they can be stuck in it for years, 10+ years even. But for the very few that make it past stage 2, they learn to begin healing their traumas. They learn to begin looking at their childhood where they learned all these negative behavior patterns. They learn to be more accountable for themselves and begin the steps of healing and growing. This gets them into stage 3, which is spiritual partnership. This is the awakening, where you both learn to realize that you are in each other's lives for the purpose of growth, knowing that you can grow more, become more, and experience more through your differences, appreciating your differences. And you still might have moments of conflict, but you can catch it and see the bigger picture and be accountable for your own triggers without blaming your partner or making it their responsibility to soothe it, knowing that triggers are not personal. Stage 3 spiritual partnership is also where you learn what real love is versus fearful attachment. It's about acceptance, compassion, understanding, appreciation, and forgiveness, and less about control, fear, or just getting something in return. Getting out of stage 2 to stage 3 is a journey that I guide clients through to help process the traumas and negative behavior patterns that are causing them to be stuck in stage 2. And you can still be single, and you can also not be in a relationship and work on this stuff. And if you want to work with me, visit my profile link or just follow me for more content.